boys and girls, and welcome back to art. This week in art we are learning about mandalas, and we are still working towards radial symmetry and creating balance in our artwork. So to create your mandala, you are going to need some circle shapes to start out with. So you're going to go from bigger to smaller or smaller to bigger. I like to start with the smallest one in the circle in the center and work out. So we're going to create our circle as best as we can on our paper, starting with small, then going bigger. So it goes all the way to the edges of our paper. Bigger. And for the last one, I'm just gonna draw some curved lines at the corners of the paper. So there we have our, going from the center to the edges, our mandala kind of outlined so we know we can see the different rings where we're gonna put our different designs. You can even put them closer together if you like. So we started out by drawing our mandala with our pencil, and now we have the option to either paint it in or use markers to color it in. For my mandala, I am choosing to paint it in. I am starting with kind of like a rainbow of colors. You do not have to choose the same colors that I am using, but make sure that you use bright colors and go from the center all the way to the edges of the paper, creating a circle all the way around. So as you can see, I painted my entire paper in. You do not have to use the same colors I used, but you do need to use bright colors. So we are not using brown or black to color in our background for our mandala. You can use any of those colors that you see there, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple, but we are not using brown or black to color in our mandala. Now that my mandala painting is dry, I can start drawing my designs. And so I want to think about and make sure that my designs are radial symmetry. That means going all the way around, creating balance. So if I create a heart, I want to make sure that it goes all the way around, starting at the center. And then my next design, I can do a circle going around those hearts. I can do some zigzag line or triangles going all the way around. I can turn my paper as I do this so I can make sure that it's going all the way around, and then I can make another ring. So I can add to the rings that I already created using the different materials. I can make ovals. So I'm gonna fill this whole page up with different patterns that go all the way around and repeat to create that radial symmetry. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. As you can see, I'm creating different lines, patterns, and shapes. I am adding spirals, circles, rectangles, dashes, dots, wavy lines, zigzag lines, any type of lines I can think of and any shapes I can think of to add. As you can see, I created all the different shapes that go all the way around. I made sure that it was the same shape all the way around. Now some places it might be bigger than other places, and that's okay as long as your design repeats all the way around to create that radial symmetry that radiates all the way around in a circle. Once we have that, we're going to color it in. Not necessarily color it in, but trace over it with a black crayon. So I'm going to go around to each shape, and I want to make sure it's nice and dark, so I might trace over it a few times to make it really dark so that it stands out. I don't want to see those little white edges. So if you see it really light, make it really dark. Trace over it again. So I'm going to do that all the way around on each of my pencil marks. I want to trace over it exactly the way that I drew it, right on top, and make it really dark, make that line really thick, make it really stand out from the colorful paper that we created. So I'm going to go ahead and do that all the way to the edges, all the way around in our radial symmetry design. Alright, so as you can see, I used my black crayon and I tried to color as dark as possible and retrace over those lines to really make it stand out and make our mandala come to life. I hope that you enjoy creating this project. I can't wait to see how these turn out. Thank you so much, boys and girls. We'll see you next time.